We're going to talk about the Manning curse and if it's real in a second. But listen to Draymond Green, one of the best talkers in sports. This is in the game on Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli. He was one of their special guests. Listen to Draymond Green on Peyton and Eli last night on ESPN2.
How would you talk smack to Peyton?
I tell Peyton he got as great as you're supposed to be. The coach cut you.
Yo, it got serious in there for a minute. Dre's good. He's good. He hurt his feelings.
So does the curse continue? Because Draymond and the Warriors are in the city tonight. They play against the Brooklyn Nets. So I wonder, everybody that's been on Monday Night Football, they've lost a game with the exception of, Phil Mickelson, who talked about it last night.
Were you
as well.
superstitious as a player, Jay?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Extreme. I mean, my whole pregame ritual had to be the same. How I warmed up had to be the same. I gave all my teammates individual hand slaps, had to be the same. I was very much locked into that. And when something was off, when somebody tried to disrupt, it threw everything off for me.
But it worked at Duke. But when you get to the pros and it wasn't working, did you switch it up?
Well, I didn't have a long lay to really test it out. Only 1 year, but
did you switch it up that year when things weren't going well?
I tried everything. Yeah, I tried to switch it up. I mean, look, when you lose 9 games in your first 2.5, 3 weeks, and you only lost 9 games in your 3 years at school, you start trying different things.
Key, you were superstitious at all?
No, man. Superstitious for what? That stuff ain't real.
Yeah, but listen, it's not about really believing.
It's about how it makes you feel.
Yeah, right? It's like an OCD thing, kind of.
Yes.
I just laced them up when played, man. I wasn't worried about all that.
No,
I wasn't laying my uniform out early, telling people don't talk to me, eat pasta every game.
No, but like before the game, did you give, like when you played, did you give anybody hand slaps or anything that was your constant theme?
No, I didn't have nothing.
You know what's interesting,
that's
Jay,
crazy.
about
That's
you?
crazy.
About you doing that?
I mean, I guess I drove to the stadium and listened to Pac and Biggie every game, but it wasn't superstitious. That was just
made
more,
you feel good.
Yeah, it was just
It got
like
you in the
that's
right
what it
frame
was.
of mind.
Yeah. But Jay, what's interesting is in baseball, like tons of superstition because that game feels out of control to the players, right? So they need to do things to give themselves a sense of control.
Man, it's all in the mind, man. All in the mind.
But you, in basketball, you would think the player has more control. So they don't need the did you encounter superstitious basketball players other than yourself?
1,000%.
Yeah, but many of them as a percentage of players?
I mean, Michael Jordan was superstitious. LeBron James with the chalk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's things that guys have routines, things that they do that they feel right. It gets them in the right frame of mind before they compete.
Yeah.
See, Key doesn't believe in the sports gods.
believe-
As a fan, I do. The sports gods,
Exactly.
the sports gods exist.
He laced
Yes.
his shoes on one shoe
By the
at a
way-
time, just like me.
You ever hear that line? Ball don't lie.
Listen.
We say it all the time in hoops. Ball don't lie.
Listen, this is how much I believe in the sports gods. Sometimes if my team is playing, I'll have to think I want the Giants to win the Super Bowl, right? Oh, against the
God ain't
undefeated
been
Brady.
on your side in a long time.
Against the
We got
undefeated
2 Super Bowls. What are
against
you
the
talking
undefeated
about?
Brady team, right? In 07, you have to be willing. I think the sports gods want to know what you're willing to sacrifice. They'll be like, okay, the Knicks for 10 years, the Yankees for a couple of years. I'll sacrifice it. You see what I mean? Like, what are you willing to give up for this
What does
chip?
that say about Evan Wilner?
The sports
I don't know. He
gods.
must
Being a
have found
Jets
a
fan. What does that
championship
say
in
about
there.
Jets
Some-
fans?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.